Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the 30-day movie challenge. We're on day 21 and I totally am not just filming this on as day 4 has gone live. No, I'm definitely filming this a month in advance. So today's question is kind of now officially me breaking the rules. So what do I mean by that? Well, for ever since I done this version of the 30-day movie challenge, because in case you don't know, I have done this 2 years prior, and those were just a quick 2-minute video that was bonus content on top of what I was already doing, July to August, and I didn't take it as seriously as I am now. You know, where I'm actually putting in the effort to explain my reasonings behind my picks and not just saying, hey, this is what I'm picking, that's the end of the video type of way. So my rule is, because the last time I done this, I was picking TV shows a lot, you know, when I didn't have the answer, and as well mentioning when I didn't actually have an answer to a question. And this time, for this question, I'm gonna have to break that rule. And the question is, a movie that made you cry. No movie has ever made me cry. Um, yeah, no movie's got me cry. There's been a few that's gotten me close. You know, when I mentioned a great movie that I never watch again early on this month, and I brought up The Pianist. I mentioned that in that I was within the first half hour of me watching that film, I was in near tears, which was the truth. Um, but it didn't get me to cry. And no, I don't cry at movies, you know. But I have cried at two TV shows, and that's why my pick for today is going to have to be a TV show, and specifically the final episode of season 1 of Star Trek Picard. Yeah, that's the one that got me to cry for the very first time whilst watching a bit of media. Just that, and it was that ending mixed in with the song, and my love for the character of Data that got me. So, in case you haven't seen it, you know, for whatever reason, um, basically Data, the character Data, was killed off in Star Trek Nemesis, but then they kind of brought him back for the final season of the first season of Star Trek Picard, ish, and they wanted to give him a proper send off, and that's what they did. I'm just going to stick my phone on charge here. I'm down to 10%. I forgot to do so before I started filming. Um, so they gave him a proper funeral, and it's just the words that Picard was saying. Um, and again, I think the two reasons, two possibilities of why, three possibilities of why it got me to cry, was the first possibility was because it hadn't been too long since my mother had passed away, a year and a bit at that point, or 2 years and a bit at that point, because it aired in 2020. So the height of the start of the pandemic is when Picard season 1 finished, and then so that's why, because me and my mother love Star Trek. She was a more of a Star Trek fan than I was, and I only got being as a fan, uh 14 odd years now, give or take. 2009 was really when I got into the franchise, and I've become obsessed with it ever since. I mean, you can tell by the Star Trek stuff that you can see behind me there, as well as if I move slightly, you can see my Star Trek physical media is there. Um, so yeah, that's reason number one, potential reason number one. Reason number two was I was going through a breakup at that point, so that probably got me going. And then the third reason is because, you know, Data is one of my favorite characters, and that's probably also what got it done. Now, unfortunately, as much as a beautiful and a lovely send off as it was, it gets undone pretty quickly, because long and behold, in season 3 of Star Trek Picard, guess who comes back? but Data. So that kind of ruined the amazing send off that they gave him at the end of season 1 of Star Trek Picard. But that is my answer. Unfortunately, I did have to break my own rule for this. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your answer is in the comments down below. And I shall see you all tomorrow for day 22. I'll see you all next time.